Question 7. For the preliminary task, what do you feel you have learned in the progression of it to the full product? For the preliminary task, I had no real plan. I'd created one draft for the cover and one for the content page. Both were very brief, and I'd done no research into my target demographic. All I knew was that they were college students, therefore I had no idea what they wanted from college magazines. All I knew was my own ideas of what I would want, as I was part of the target demographic. As for planning, I'd only drawn up one draft for each page, and did not receive any feedback from my target audience, so I did not know what the strengths and weaknesses were of my plans. I'd also not put a lot of thought into planning into mise en scène of the pages, especially photography. I'd put no thought into what models I would use, and if they would represent my demographic. I just used people who were around at the time. During the construction of my preliminary task, I used Photoshop. I'd used Photoshop during my media GCSE course, however I only had little knowledge of how to use it. I used the preliminary task as a chance to refresh my memory and also gain new skills. At the beginning of the construction of my real magazine, I still struggled due to my lack of knowledge and experience. However, throughout the project, I've got more and more confident in using Photoshop, which is obvious when you compare my preliminary construction to the real construction. In comparison, I spent a lot more time carrying out thorough research for my final product, and I carried out a lot of market research into existing magazines to help me plan a layout for my own magazine. It also showed me what conventions they use and how I could subvert some conventions to differentiate my magazine from existing top magazines. This also showed me what features top magazines have and how they address their audiences. I looked at the images they featured and how they had used colour, poses and positioning to help me plan my own pictures. I created surveys and questionnaires to find out as much from my target demographic as possible about their ideal pop magazine. I've learned that planning is imperative. I took time planning each step of my construction of my magazine to ensure each part addresses my audience correctly. I found that with the photography, despite thorough planning, things do not always go to plan. I created a mood board of what poses I wanted my readers to do, and costume list of what I wanted them to wear. However, the first photo shoot I did not represent pop stars. The models did not look glamorous enough, and unfortunately, in the pop genre, image is everything. After receiving feedback from my teacher on the photos, I decided to do another shoot. In the second shoot, I began to panic that I was running out of time, so I rushed the shoot and did not plan at all. When I saw the photos that had been taken, they did not represent pop at all, and were very bad quality. Completely stuck at what to do, I decided to use some of the images I had intended to use in my content page. It turned out that these images worked very well and helped differentiate my magazine from existing ones, as the model I'd used was gay. To ensure my magazine was appropriate for my audience, I surveyed them on possible names for magazine, typefaces, and content. These surveys really helped in decision making. During the construction of my actual product, I was a little bit more confident, but still not exactly sure of how to use Photoshop. However, the construction process was made a lot easier due to excessive research and planning that I carried out.